for the best Big Bear Theory episode we have, because Tanner's back, baby, and Tanner friends. So now we have Allison and Cali, absolute legends of the company. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves. So, Allison, Cali, whichever you want to go to first. But here's a little introduction.
My name is Allison, Ally. I've been working Bearfoot for 4 summers now. It's the absolute best part of my summer. Every summer, I love it so much. I'm a lead LGI. I've been racking out these trainings this summer. I'm also a manager around Providence. Really, really big into nature. Really big into athletics, lifting weights, all that kind of good stuff, and really big on kindness, which we're going to talk about later.
Dang, dude, that's been.
I'm really glad. I'm really glad that Allison went first because I totally was just going to say my name is Cali.
So,
I'm
Cali.
I actually have my first lead training next week. I'm so excited. Thanks, Parker. And then I am also a manager. I manage Washington Boys and Girls Club. Best 2 pools ever. Love it so much. So awesome. I've also been working for Bearfoot for 4 summers. Oh, and swim lessons.
There we go.
Guys.
Cali runs swim lessons for DFW. And is crushing it, by the way, because I gave her absolutely 0 guidance on all of it. And she's crushed it. Well, Tanner, how you been? You know, it's been 8 weeks since our last recording.
Been busy, man. Been very busy, but it's good to be back, and it's good to be back with these 2 amazing humans. Me and Cali. Cali was one of the first people I met within the company. I mean, both of them actually. I gave y'all both like rides from like Beach Club in McKinney to like Keller.
Oh gosh.
when I was just delivery driver Tanner. But we've moved on. And we're more important now, you know. So it's just it's kind of like a full circle moment for me now.
It is wild, man, cuz I remember Allison, cuz she did the like the LGI training. And it was like you were technically just going through it to get a feel for it, right? Because you weren't officially 17, so we couldn't certify you. But we like to at least have everyone go through the training as soon as they want to go through the training to get that experience. And I remember I was like, oh my God, like what a like super important. I'm so excited this person's gonna be LGI this year. And she's like, I'm like 15. I was like, oh no, I'm like multiple years before I can utilize Allison as well. And so this has been like the first year for you to like really teach classes, right?
Yeah, and I'm so grateful for it because I've loved it so much, and it's actually like inspired me. I think I want to be a teacher. Like after doing these trainings and stuff, I've like realized that I feel like I really have a passion for teaching and stuff. But it's been the best. I've loved this year so much. I've only had like less than 10 manager shifts total so far this summer. I've just been training every single week, but I love it. And I love like all of my little goblins that I collect, all of these lifeguards that were trained by me. Like they're all my little kids, and they run around the company and they do my work, and I love them so much. It's been so great.
And then Cali, the same thing for you, because I actually got to see you teach last year. You were helping with the class. Was this like a you can't hear me type of deal, or were you waiting kind of deal?
It was like cutting out. I have no idea what you said.
Oh, you have terrible Wi-Fi? Noted. Sorry. You need to get a really fancy gaming PC, and then you'll be fine. Use it entirely for work. Don't actually game on it, but there you go. I'm
using my mommy's HP laptop, so.
Oh my gosh. You can download Google Chrome on your phone.
I did. It didn't work.
Oh,
well, you got $1,300 just to spend on a gaming PC right now?
Yeah. Easy.
Real quick.
Just buy it, dude. Just go get it.
Sponsored by, I don't know what, I think it's like NZXT or something like that. Yeah. NZXT, that's the one that I got. So,
this podcast is sponsored.
Buy one and mention our name, and we'll get absolutely nothing for it. But, you know, it'll be great. Where was I going? Oh, but yeah, I got to watch you teach, and I remember being like super, super impressed because it was like, I think it was your first one that you ever taught. So like, there's a lot of nerves within that and things like that, especially on the first class. Like my first class was maxed out, and it was like a 1-to-10 ratio, and there was like 20 people. So it was like fully maxed out, and they put not only me as a brand new LGI, but my co-LGI was also a brand new LGI. So it was like atrocious. But you, on the other hand, excelled a lot more confidence than I did and did very, very good. And so what was like, what's it been like for you to teach all these kiddos as well in such a much better caliber than I ever could?
So exciting. It's been so exciting and so fun. I love it so much. I've trained mostly with Ally and Tyler. They're both amazing LGIs. I love training with them. It's almost like we're both like leading the training. It's so cool. And I love teaching. I do like an internship at my school where I get to teach little second graders. And I taught swim lessons at Aqua Kids for a while. Everything I do just involves teaching. So I love it so much. It's so fun. I like teaching the water stuff.
The teacher path too? Oh, water and CPR. Oh, that's a good question. So you prefer? Oh, wait, do you prefer water or land?
I prefer, like, if we were doing deep water, I'd prefer deep water. I think deep water is more fun than
deep water is legit.
Shallow water.
Also,
but
what about you?
I definitely prefer water. I like land. Like, I feel like land, the problem with land is that I feel like there's so many little steps to CPR and stuff that it's very easy for the kids to get like lost in the sauce when you start adding steps to it. Like you teach them CPR, like just regular CPR on an adult. And they're like, oh, cool, I got this. And they're like, okay. And now this is modified CPR. And now this is rescue breathing. And now this is whatever. And when they add all the steps, sometimes it can get foggy in their heads. So I definitely think that it's such a good feeling when you're teaching CPR, when you're teaching the land skills and they get it and you're like, oh gosh, like they got it. And these kids like really, really get it. But I think that land can be a little more frustrating for them because it's harder for them to get it.
Yeah.
And some kids, like, you put them in the class, like they're doing the land stuff and it's really, really, really difficult. And then we go out into the pool and they hit the water stuff and they just like thrive. I'm like, okay, like they definitely do better in water. But I think water is like definitely more fun to teach. And going back to what Callie said, I love teaching with Callie. We're the dream team where we're Callie and Ally. We're your instructors. And it's perfect.
Dude, y'all are literally the only reason. Y'all and Tyler are like really the only reason why I even like came close to passing my LGI. Like when y'all asked that, or Parker, when you asked the question of like which one do you prefer, I was like, man, I prefer land so much. It's like I'm in the water, it feels like my feet are like 110 pounds.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, Tanner fortunately is not the best swimmer, but he will get it done.
That's okay.
And I've always appreciated.
I will save somebody.
He will save somebody.
I just may need a second lifeguard to jump in and save you.
He's like, second two, please.
Yeah. Yep. But that's a good question. I mean, like, what is there like a specific like two things that you like see every training that people like mess up?
Ooh.
Vitals.
Checking like when to check it and stuff.
They like reaching over. I hate that's like my pet
peeve. Their hands like that way.
Yes, like this is not even comfortable.
Or just like, birthday was
that's so exciting.
Happy birthday. But no, I always see people looking away from the chest, and I'm like, guys, what are you looking at? I'm like, we're looking at the wall. We're supposed to be seeing if they're breathing.
Yeah, so Blake has a funny story where during his CPR test out when he decided to become a lifeguard, maybe I think it was LGI, I can't remember, but he kept looking like away from the chest and he like couldn't program his brain to like keep looking down. So he said like even in his test out, like he first like looked down and was like, oh wait, and then like finally like started looking at the chest. So.
I'll just, if somebody's not looking at the chest, I'll just like tell them the like pulse vitals and then I won't say anything for like the breathing. And they're like, are they breathing? And I'm like, I don't know, are they? And they're like, I don't know.
I know, I do that too.
You see that?
Like, you're
I
not
literally
seeing the
stare at
test
them.
rise. You're not seeing it.
Yeah, I think like one of my favorite things I've seen, and I've seen you guys do it, and I've seen Tyler do it too, especially like an in-service. If we're doing like a scenario where like you have to check vitals, like we'll have them check vitals on a real person, like the real victim, and then it's my favorite thing in the whole wide world when people will be like here or like on the side of the neck, and I'm like, "Do you feel it?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "No,
you're a liar."
Wait,
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, yeah, for sure. The doing it on a real person, I feel like, is so big. And Parker, that's one of the best tips I thought you gave at the LGI training was about having them open the airway on a real person. Because like opening the airway on a mannequin versus a person is so different.
They literally just go like that on a mannequin.
Yep.
Like, and they're
just
I'm like,
pull it up.
that's not gonna work on a person. And then I like lay on the ground. I'm like, okay, you guys can come and open the airway, and they all come. They're like, and so it's a moment for sure.
Huge. It's probably the biggest like thing that I like have to like make sure they do at least a few times so that they understand, because otherwise it's like they'll do it right in the beginning and then like next thing you know, like third in service they're like, no, it just cuts out. So try to hit it as often as possible, because it's probably the biggest key element that you can't like mimic on a mannequin, and it's literally like the most important. So well, you guys came to Tanner and I, sent us a text that we forgot about. Well, sorry. That's a little Bearfoot approval right there. And so I really wanted to open up that conversation with y'all, because for audience and everyone that's listening, Tanner has to leave in like 15 minutes. So if homie randomly disappears while we're still talking about this, just be disappointed in him and give him a dislike every time he talks. No, for everyone else, give a thumbs up. Was it tomatoes? Yeah, you threw tomatoes at me.
Tomatoes.
Yeah, so everyone throw tomatoes at Tanner when he leaves.
Dude, I thought that's my favorite joke. Is like when somebody makes a joke and it doesn't hit or whatever, or like it's against you. I'm just like tomato,
man. And I hate tomatoes. So I took like a lot more offense to that than like most, because like you were like, oh, my burger so we went to BJ's with like, I'm sorry, a little side tangent. Like it has to happen at least once, especially when Tanner's here. And, but we went to BJ's like the other day, and Tanner had this burger and he just like, he threw it down. He's like, this burger is disgusting.
It's like sand. It's gross.
And I'm like looking at it, and I was like, I saw the tomato. I was like, it's because there's a tomato on it. You can't be eating burgers with tomatoes on it. That was, that's where he messed up. But it was so funny. He like threw it. I was like, this is disgusting.
Gross, dude. Hey, that's a good like segue. I know Parker probably had a question, but like, what's y'all's like favorite like fast food? And you can't say Chick-fil-A.
Why can't you say Chick-fil-A?
Because everybody's Chick-fil-A, dude.
And mine's not. I've switched over to Popeyes.
I'm serious. If we had a poll of every lifeguard and manager and LGI in the company, 95% would be Chick-fil-A.
You think?
All right, guys, we're doing a poll right now.
Yeah.
Favorite fast food place, put it in the comments and we will see what it is. If it's Chick-fil-A, I feel like I got to do something. You know, this is a bad
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, he's going to buy everybody a meal.
Everybody gets a $5
on his
own
own
doing
card.
Like that well with the podcast. So maybe like I'll give Tanner I'll give Allison and Cali Chick-fil-A gift cards.
Yo.
Guys, your favorite food is Chick-fil-A. Your favorite food is Chick-fil-A. Your favorite food is Chick-fil-A.
No, because otherwise it's gonna be Tanner. You're getting Chick-fil-A gift cards either way. It's a matter of if it's me or Tanner giving Chick-fil-A gift cards.
Wait,
so that way we have a truly honest poll.
I don't know what your favorite food is.
To see what everybody's favorite fast. Because to me, I think it's gonna be Whataburger.
We like going to Whataburger, but the food's not that good.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Dude, the sweet and spicy bacon burger all day long.
Nah.
I like the chicken tender sandwich, personally.
Yeah. Yep. See, that's good too. Mine is still Popeyes, though. Tanner's transferred me over to Popeyes. That chicken sandwich is far superior, in my opinion. And the fries.
It's insane, man.
Dude, I'm telling you. So, anyways, there's a poll. Alice and Cali both get gift cards regardless, but it needs to be like if I win or Tanner wins. So yeah, so if it's majority, I'll even do majority. If it's majority Chick-fil-A of all the fast food restaurants, so McDonald's, I don't know, Wendy's, whatever. If Chick-fil-A pops up the most, I'll give Alice and Cali 2 Chick-fil-A gift cards. Boom.
Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, cool.
All right, there you go.
I'm getting my gift card.
Yeah, you'll have to remind if it's me that owes the gift card, you have to remind me like every hour. Actually, I can do them on Amazon now with a quick click of an email. So that's usually how I've been doing them now. All right, so let's go back. We've fully hit all the fast food restaurants or representing terrible health within all that. But you guys had a topic, and I will just kind of open it up to that topic of however you want to talk about it. And I'm sure Tanner and I will ask questions or provide our own insight. But I think it's a really good topic, and I just want you all to start it out because you guys seem really passionate about it.
Okay, cool. Callie, do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Okay. I'll go first this time because I don't want Ally to say something I'm going to say, and then I don't know what to say. But Ally can probably think of something really fast. So I'm pretty sure our topic was kindness. I guess I'll just start for Bearfoot. I used to be so introverted. I did not like talking to people. I was not good with people. I was very just like closed off, very to myself. And I started working for Bearfoot, and it was like Bearfoot almost forced me to be near people and talk to people. And it was kind of weird. It was kind of awkward for me at first, but I started becoming a very extroverted, loud, talkative person at Bearfoot, and I started talking to people more. I started getting to know all my coworkers more, and I just kind of changed as a person as I continued working for Bearfoot, especially after I got my LGIA my third year. I just became very outgoing and extroverted, and it was really cool. And I think that opened the door for me to be a kinder person as well. And Bearfoot has taught me to be very kind and loving towards everybody around me. It's really awesome. I think like Bearfoot has a really nice, warm, welcoming atmosphere. I love everybody that I work with. I love getting to talk to lifeguards and make lifeguards feel welcome like I felt welcome my first year. And I think it's translated into my life really, really well. I feel like I am super nice to everybody around me. I catch myself saying like little like LGI sayings to people who definitely don't understand it, or like making CPR jokes that definitely don't get it, but it's totally fine. But yeah, I think like Bearfoot is just like a part of me now. It's like it's just a part of me. So it's really cool.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome.
I'm over here like just like grinning like ear to ear, like yes, this is everything I could have asked for.
Yeah, you said that really well. I feel like for me, when I came into like LGIing and stuff, I feel like there's kind of this misconception with some people, and not just with LGIing, but with like teaching in general, that like to be respected in a classroom, you need to be mean. And I think that's not true, like at all. And I've found that, and some people have different teaching styles. Some people are a little bit more authoritarian in the way they teach, and that might work for them. But for me, like I've kind of realized that like the kinder I am and the more I really pour into the people that I'm teaching, the more they're going to respond to what I'm saying to you. And like I always ask the question, like when I'm talking to lifeguards about like being kind to patrons and stuff, I always ask the question, like, who do you want to listen to more in school? Like your teacher that is very strict or your teacher that everybody's friends with? And for the most part, like not who do they maybe listen to more, but like who do they want to listen to? Who do they want to respond to? It's always going to be the person that they feel like they're friends with. And so I feel like it's a hard line to walk sometimes because I always want to be somebody that the lifeguards like, but I also want them to respect me. And I found like that I feel like that balance just like lies in kindness, because I might not always be doing what they want to do, or I might not always be like adhering to like how they think things should go, but I'm always going to be kind to them and I'm always going to listen to them. And then like Callie said, I feel like that really is transferred into my life. Like my mother, like, shout out my mom, is the kindest person I know in the whole world, and, like, ever since I was little, she would always talk, about, like, talking to the cashiers at grocery stores and, like,
Yeah.
complimenting them, and she, like, made it a thing. She's not super extroverted, but she, like, tried to make it a thing that every time she'd go to the, like, cash register, she wouldn't just, like, put her head down and, like, check out and swipe her card, but be like, "Hey, like, how are you doing today? Like, I really like that necklace. Where'd you get it? Like, what's going on in your life?" And, like, put
Dang, super
effort
good.
in. Yeah, to, like, make a conversation with somebody. And so, like, I've started doing that in my life recently, not just with, like, cashiers, but, like, with everybody in my life. And it's made me feel better. Like, it's made me a more confident person and a more caring person. Like, I feel good about myself when I'm going around and being kind to other people. Whereas, like, I wanna be real, in middle school, I was a hater, man. Like, I was a hater. Like,
Really?
I was evil in middle school. I'm
That's
making
so
worse
funny.
this but, like, I don't know. I hung out. I thought I was a cool kid, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't feel good about myself. Like, it did not make me feel good to put other people down. But, like, having grown so much, like, from when I was, like, 13, like, when I'm kind to people, I feel good about myself, and that, like, reflects in the classroom and then, I guess, in my day-to-day life, which is basically what I wanted to talk about.
Nice. Yeah,
Wow.
I've always, that's been the, y'all have like really, and I think you two specifically really bring that out of emphasizing that act of kindness, you know, to get people to really feel comfortable, because a lot of like the first day, right, is there's already an expectation as a student viewing the instructor that they're scary, right? Like they're the authoritative figure. And so therefore, like this is not going to be the most entertaining thing. And when all of a sudden, like Ally and Cali come out and about and are like super kind and like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, how are y'all doing? Like, tell me about yourselves. Like, let me, like, you know, like you truly get to know them. Not only is that expectation extremely just absolutely broken, but then it too, I just always loved, and I think I mentioned this in one of my um early episodes without Tanner because he hates me and doesn't want to do these anymore.
Not what happened.
I gotta throw in all the digs that I can. I only got
I know,
5 more
dude.
minutes. You
Tomato,
know?
tomato.
Yep, tomatoes. Boom. But you know, I mentioned like being able to show interest in the other person allows them to extend out that reach, because I actually saw like a really cool video, but you're basically guiding them. You know, you're guiding them to like, we're in this together and like we're gonna figure this out together, and you're not pushing like I'm telling you this and I'm like telling you all this information and take it. Because there was a cool video that I saw recently where it was this guy, and he was basically like side by side, right? And he just got his hand on his back and was like, all right, we're gonna walk over here and we're just gonna take like 6 to 8 steps this direction. Okay. And then he goes back and goes, all right, now we're gonna walk back. And again, he's side by side, just kind of guiding them, hand it back. He's not like shoving them or anything like that. And then he goes, all right, cool. And he goes, now just stick your hands out. And so the guy sticks his hand out and he like puts his hand on his and starts pushing. And so the guy like immediately starts pushing back. And he was talking about, he's like, did everyone see like the difference the moment, like as I was guiding him, like we were working together, you know, we were in this to the end and till we stopped stepping. The moment I started pushing on him, he automatically started resisting. And I thought that was such a really cool visual of that aspect that I think a lot of us get too torn up into when we come to teaching, is like pushing that information, right? And like, here it is, here's everything you need to know, like let's move on to the next thing. And you guys do such a good job of breaking the barrier and basically, I'm right by your side. Now we're going to pass this course together. And that immediately changes not only the environment that they originally thought they're in, but that also initiates the culture that you guys have like really, I mean, I give kudos to you guys. I haven't posted this video yet, but I do a full shout out to all the LGIs and managers. But I really give kudos to you guys on that, because you have really developed a culture where everyone is walking together. And like, that's thanks to wonderful people like you. So give yourself a little not tomato for that one, little round of applause. But I really just wanted to say thank you guys for establishing that culture, because I think Tanner and I can both agree this is the best the culture has ever been within Bearfoot. And it's because of remarkable people like you guys.
Yay.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, going back to like what you said kind of in the beginning about like, I feel like when people walk in, they have this perception of us. When I text over the phone, I try so hard to not sound like somebody's
Yeah.
45-year-old manager. I'm like, hi,
Yep.
emoji, emoji, emoji. This is Allison, emoji, emoji. Like, please no, like, because I feel like they think I'm some old guy. I'm like, no, like I am 18 years old and I am
Yeah.
nice and I am whatever. But like when I came in my first year lifeguarding, dude, I was terrified. Like I'm a very, very anxious person.
Yep.
And like
Bro, same.
yeah.
Me and
you have
Allie
a
did
little
our
bit of
life
background.
together.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that was terrible.
I just
like
don't care. Like I sat in the back of my class and was like, all right, whatever. Like
dude, I wish I could be like that. I envy that. But like I was watching like YouTube videos, like how to pass the lifeguard test. And oh my God, those YouTube videos were making it out to seem like I was joining the Marines. Like these lifeguard instructors were going to be the Marines,
Yep.
like drill like I don't know. I was so scared, like, and convinced that like they just wanted to fail me, and everybody fails, and I was so scared. And then I walked in, and my LGI, it was Megan. I can't think of her last name. The old Megan. She
Lewis.
isn't around. Huh?
Lewis.
Megan Lewis. Shout out
Oh,
Megan.
Megan Lewis. I love her.
I
She's
love
so
Megan
good.
Lewis, but like she was so nice, and like it made me like realize like, oh, no, this is okay. Like, it's gonna be fine. And so I feel like I want so badly to be that for the lifeguards, like to be able to like have them know that it's gonna be okay and not be scared and like take the pressure off their backs. And like when I can tell that happens, it feels so good.
Yes. 100%. That
awesome.
is that honestly describes it the best is when you can show that kindness and that like I'm here to like help you succeed, all that pressure like it completely vanishes, right? Because imagine like, all right, we're gonna cover XYZ things today, and then we're gonna break for lunch, and then we're gonna do some water stuff, and then that's gonna be another day. All right, open your books to page. I mean, that would be, that's Snape's entry, Harry Potter closing all the door. Like no one wants to be part of that, right? And so that is the idea is, how much build up. And this I think is for anybody trying new things, right? This is trying a new class. This is going to school. This is going to college. Like this could be a new job. Like this could be anything. It'd be the build up just to the first day is insane. And we always build it up way higher in our heads than usually what reality lets it to be. And I think that's where I have loved where we've come from is we understand that build up. I mean, you felt that, but you said you have, trouble, you struggle with anxiety. And so, personally what that build up feels like. And personally what that act of kindness and that like, we're in this together feels like. And so now we like truly understanding of that, like what we can kind of like put in our own heads when us as the instructor or us as the leader, the manager, whatever, the boss, the best thing I think that we can do is to say like, hey, we're in this together. I'm walking side by side with you because now all those thoughts are gone. And now I can just be almost like refresh my mind. Like basically I've taken a nap, and like you wake up or you attach yourself or something and then come back. Like that's the clarity that we get now that we're able to like really see this in a much different light and not feel so terrible about it.
Yeah.
Tanner, you got anything? I know you're about to leave, so like
I have to leave too.
You do?
I'm going home.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh gosh.
Oh dude.
Bruh.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, before I leave, guys, I mean, like, I really appreciate you guys for everything. I mean, it's been a fun like 3 years that I've known you guys. I remember my first impression of both of them was y'all had really good song recommendations because
nice,
dude, that
was Tanner's
about
favorite
me,
thing.
Like, when I have to like give somebody like a ride to somewhere, like we're talking, like we're like we're not just gonna sit there and be yeah, like I'm gonna drag the conversation out of you if I have to. So but the conversation was always like yeah, the conversation was always easy with you guys. And I know Cali showed me it was a Kanye West song. I don't remember, but it was a Kanye
remember.
West song. I don't remember what Allison showed me. It might have been another Kanye song, but it was really good. Yeah, thank you guys for everything that you do. And like Parker said, I mean, like you guys are like a huge reason why the culture like is the way that it is now. And we don't just say that, you know, that's something that you guys have like taken time away from actually LGIing to build, whether that's like promoting Water Wednesday or, you know, making sure that every single guard who comes through your training, regardless of who they are, regardless of how much you may like them, dislike them, you know, making sure that they feel welcome, making sure that they feel like part of the family. So I appreciate you guys for everything that you do. I love y'all. And I'm sorry that I have to leave early, but
and we can do our hearts in the chat. We'll just cut off the episode like super early, and then I'll post some other stuff. But get some hearts in the chat. Tan, throw your heart in. Hearts in chat. We're gonna leave. Yeah, we're gonna leave right here.
On it here. Okay.
Yeah, we'll just leave it because that was like a perfect. I mean, it was so beautifully said. So hearts in chat. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate you guys. Oh, dude, Allison's got like the heart thing. Oh, it didn't work again. There you go.
How's that happening?
Boom.
I'm on my MacBook. I feel like it's my MacBook.
I'm on my MacBook too, man. Mine doesn't do that.
And your MacBook's not as cool. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We'll try and bring Ally and Cali back for a little bit longer of an episode. I thought they did really good. Give them a round of applause. Like, follow, subscribe. See y'all.
See
you guys.